Getting a loan or financing your dream business will no longer be an ordeal thanks to Rubique, an online marketplace for financial products. Joining us on Rising Stars today is Manavjeet Singh, founder and CEO of Rubique.com, on how a startup is making a difference in the startup world. Manavjeet, thanks so much for taking the time out today. You know, this has been one of the hot spaces when it comes to entrepreneurship and startups itself in the country. Take us through how your venture really stands out and what you're offering consumers.
If you look at loans in our country, it's a very time-consuming, complex and uncertain process. You don't even know where to apply because there are different banks, different NBFCs. It's a very complicated, complex process at time for the end consumer. With that thought, we started Rubique. So we are solving this financial puzzle for the customer. And what we believe is for every borrower, there is a lender. And that is something which we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that borrowers meet the lenders where they fit into that particular profile. That's something very, very important. That is our philosophy as a company. And it's not only for the consumers, but for the small businesses as well. If you look at India today is almost $570 billion loan market, which is growing almost 18-20% year on year. But the growing numbers are not really somewhere helping the consumer. It's getting a little more complex with probably every year. So that is where we come in, where we blend the domain expertise with the technology, and we try to help the customer, one, choose the right product or the bank where they can get to the right fit, not meeting the eligibility criteria with the lending criteria of the bank. And secondly, it's not only about comparison, but what is most important here is because you are looking at the end of the day is because loan is a derived product. You are looking for something, you want to buy a house or a car. And in this particular case, what we're trying to do, we are matching the two and trying to help the customer find that, get that check for that particular car he wants to buy or want to buy that particular house. And that is our motto here, in fact, simplifying the finance. So starting with the loans, we're simplifying the whole, this complex process as of today.
So what are the kind of offerings that you've been actually providing to consumers, and more importantly, which are the ones that are actually giving you major traction?
We have products across categories. We right from retail consumers to small businesses. But of course, the largest numbers are in the retail category, starting from credit cards, personal loans, and home loans. And we have seen a significant numbers even in SME loans, because in these segments we have seen the consumers are not aware sometimes even to how to they make the basic proposal. So coming back to your question, I think the maximum traction so far is in the retail because that's where the volumes, large numbers are there, and we are helping a lot of customers virtually every day solve this complex issue.
What are your expansion plans going forward? Because I believe you've already managed to raise some bit of money. You already got a couple of the investors in your venture itself. So what are your expansion plans? Can you take us through as to how do you see the company in the next couple of years from here?
Yeah, we have raised funding couple of months from Kalari Capital. And we are expanding, we're using this money to be investing a lot in technology, because what we believe is that technology is the right enabler, which will take the business to the next level and help reaching us to each and every consumer across the country. And while online is just the beginning in the financial services, because there are a bit of offline which is always there to help the consumer, we have to be present there. So we are present in currently 6 cities, which will be expanding to 20 cities in next year. And that is our plan at this point of time, and we'll be introducing a lot of other products as well.
Okay. So take us through what have been some of the learnings of the venture so far. What have you managed to pick up in terms of trends, in terms of some of the key challenges that you managed to overcome as well over the last few years now?
Most important thing we have seen is while each and every customer, whether it's somebody is taking a house loan or maybe somebody is taking a car loan, people are getting more and more tech friendly. They're using mobile phones, they're using internet. But loan as a product, you have to have that offline presence, because that documentation plus the regulatory requirement, you have to sign the agreement. So we are learning in past year has been very clearly that you have to, while you have to definitely introduce technology to solve this problem, but at the same time you need to have the brick and mortar presence, the assisted online model, where you definitely want to help the customer complete this end-to-end process. So our focus is always not only providing the information, but help the customer complete the process. So that has been the biggest learning, that offline and online, they will coexist in this particular loan system as of today. And I'm sure in the next years things are going to change, but probably for retail loans it will be a lot more easier to probably introduce a lot more technology, but for SME loans it's still going to take some more time, where we can digitize the whole processes.
All right, Manavjeet, fair enough. Thanks so much for taking the time out today, and I wish you all the very best for your venture going forward as well. All right, that's some perspective coming in regarding financial products. Huge offering there from Rubique.com. You can have a look at the website and decide for yourself as to which one you can possibly explore. All right, on that note, it's a wrap on Countdown. Up next is What Did You Miss? Stay tuned.